about this song. It's not just a name because it sounds like some really, really like funky, like almost acid slash mushroom trip. The music, so
What
so
drugs were consumed during the making?
yeah, fair enough. It just
No,
go ahead.
no. I was going to say no. Really, basically, we're not really a druggy band. I've got to say, that's not where we're coming from. I don't know. I just think there's enough. I mean, basically, if you've got a Mothers of Invention album or something like that, you don't need to take acid. But
No.
everyone to their own.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will be some people.
That's right. No, I wasn't trying to imply that at all. Just the whole melody, the whole thing, just like very, very well thought up. So and it's one of those things that kind of it's got that nice little loop, and it keeps you listening, especially with lines like "I'm not the can gangster rap." That was gold.
It all rhymes and it scans. That's it. Those are the important.
Yeah.
As long as it scans and it rhymes, then it's in.
But it was like I said, it's very, very, very melodic and weird kind of tune. The best way to put it. It's really good, but like that was the first thing I thought of, and it just, it's like you sit back. It's like no, this is like almost listening to something straight out of the '60s because it's just got that kind of vibe to it more than anything. It's more or less the vibe, not necessarily like all the music. The music helps obviously, but there's a whole like not to get too deep, but a whole bit of like an aura to it, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, it certainly does. I think this was like there's an electro edge to it. I think as well, which I think the constant sort of pounding that the keyboard does makes so it creates an atmosphere. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely, and no, and it's there's a lot of good. I got tons of good stuff to say about that song just because I really liked it, and I just liked. What was that? What was that piece of equipment called? Not a xylophone, a xylosynth.
The xylosynth.
Xylosynth, right?
Yeah.
Because that did it for me. That tune, that really stood out.
Cool.
So, with the upcoming EP, do you guys have you guys playing the songs live yet, or is that gonna?
Yeah, basically, yeah. We've been all the gigs that we played recently, we've been playing the whole EP plus probably 5 or 6 other tracks that we'll be putting onto an album at some point as well.
So you got a few saved on the cutting room floor, eh?
Yeah, there's still quite a few that are pretty much finished that just need to be nailed down and recorded properly, basically.
Now, have you guys when you've been playing the shows? Have you guys just been playing locally? Have you moved like out of town to other places too, or?
Well, generally so far we've sort of stuck to around London, but we're just about to start branching out now because we started with we had 2 other different guys in the group, and Mr. Susan as it is now that you're hearing on the EP. Basically the bass player and the silo synth guy, Christian and Ian, basically have only been with the band for about 2 months, so we're just about to start spreading it around now.
Right on. I was just pardon?
Yeah, Barry says we're going to be playing some festivals next year, hopefully. So we're just there. We're just in the booking stage at the moment.
Any ones in particular, or?
What was the one that we wanted to do? There's one called the Happy People Festival that we're quite keen on doing, and
it's just a small
possibly Cross on Earth. We're not sure yet. So we're seeing two quite good festivals, sort of smaller festivals, but good festivals,
Well, it's a good chance to get your music out there. It gives you a chance to meet more people because there's gonna be a lot of people there, right? So.
Exactly. I think the kind of music that we play is more likely to go down well in a field, in a festival, than pretty much anywhere, I would imagine.
And it's a perfect way to network for sure because like it just you get so much exposure there, and so many more people will be listening to your tunes now. Now the places you played a lot around London, have they been like kind of like pub style or just kind of like smaller venues or what kind of?
Yeah, smaller venues, but we've been playing places that traditionally, decent bands start out with, like the Dublin Castle, Water Rats. I mean, Dublin Castle's sort of famous for starting the careers of, say, bands like Blur, Supergrass, Madness, Amy Winehouse, people like that. So,
wow.
small venues, but renowned, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. So have you been seeing like a lot of the same faces, like new crowds every time? How's that worked?
Pretty much different every time. I mean, obviously when we play some of the same venues, and we've seen some of the same faces, but no, it's been quite a mix. And it's quite funny to see the look of surprise on people's faces because they're not expecting it. Well, especially when a guy rocks up with a xylophone, you just don't know what you're going to get.
Did it be a bug in the wall for that? Eh? Do you hear what people are saying?
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's surprise is the key factor. I think a lot of the time, for anyone that hasn't heard us previously, anyway, for sure.
Well, you know what? Right now, too. Pretty much the electro scene is starting to kind of come back, but it's coming back in a better form where it's more like more bands can do it, and you can listen to it and get into it and not be bored after like a song that's going like we said earlier, a song that's going 10-20 minutes long, right?
Yeah.
Because
that's.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, mate, you're right. Go on.
I was going to say, too, is because there have been a few. I've had one on the show already, actually, two, and another band, they're soon to come on, but they're in the London area. There's a Feral 5, there's Hate Notes, and there's a guy named the Squid Thief, and they're all becoming part of the scene, and just slowly but surely starting to move up and put a different spin on things, because now, we're not just got your basic kind of, we'll call it rock and roll indie. Now we're branching out, and it's nice because it gives you that much more of a choice to listen to, so you can be picky but not so picky, because that way you can fall back in something else.
Yeah, I think it needs to happen, because I think there's a little bit. I think in London, like, music's kind of got into a rut in a lot of the venues. There's a lot of booking of the same kind of bands. There seem to be a lot of bands that are currently doing folk, and I mean, it's fine if you like folk, but if everyone's playing folk, it sort of loses its edge a bit. And then there's a lot of people that are just trying to be either the Libertines or the Strokes. So I think there needs to be some bands that are pushing the boundaries a little bit. I think it's about time, really.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, we're gonna move into another one of your songs. But you're right, pushing the boundaries is always good, because there's so many different ways you can move around, and you got a lot more options. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're gonna take another quick little break here, and we're gonna listen to "Room with No Windows."
As for my comments, Mr. Chairman, my statement, which I believe was around the closure of the News of the World newspaper.
Before you get to that, I would just like to say one sentence. This is the most humble day of my life.
As for my comments, Mr. Chairman, state the closure of the News of the World newspaper.
This is the most humble day of my life.
With a man that loves to enter David Cameron's rear entrance. Prompted by Tony and Maggie, a Sarah Palin fundraiser. Hobbies include bribing of the police, phone tapping celebrities and dead teenage girls. A lust for power that can only be satisfied by complete domination of the world's media. When you own all the rights, no one can punish your wrongs. One day alone, all the music
comments, Mr. Chairman, on my statement, which I believe was around the closure of the News of the World newspaper.
This is the most humble day of my life.
As for my comments, Mr. Chairman, on my statement, which I believe was around the closure of the News of the World newspaper.
This is the most humble day of my life.
Mr. Susan, Room with No Windows. Alright, guys, this song in particular, too, I really like the guitar riff. Is so catchy.
Thanks.
And
Was it meant to be catchy?
yeah. Well,
Definitely meant to be catchy.
well, I got my ear tuned in, and just the different, we'll call it ramblings, like just all the different sayings that throughout there were, some of them were pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that song. In actual fact, when it came to the mixing, there was it was the one that took the longest, definitely, on the EP. There's a lot of orchestration on there.
That you know what, I'm not surprised, but excuse me, it turned out really well for you guys. No, just a few more questions. Since we're using a form of it, how has the social media worked for you? I.e., SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely worked, but it gives, well, the fact that I'm talking to you now will tell you that it does work, because you know, people from, you're not sort of you're not how can I say, we're not fixed with one area. We can you know, anyone can hear it anywhere in the world. So you know, I don't know how I want to say. Barry, take over.
I take over. Well, like Ben was saying, I mean, without social media, we wouldn't be on this show now. So it just goes to show what it's all about, I suppose. And yeah, we get loads of people on the sites and stuff, and a place for us to advertise our gigs and all that kind of stuff. So without that, we couldn't get to a certain group of people or whatever. And yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Fair on. Now I just had a few more questions. When you guys, I want to ask Siri, but when you guys get together to do these songs, is it